greatest fear that any woman who is going through divorce has is the fear of survival.
I realized that whatever happened between us happened for a reason. There was a divine reason.
The cumulative effect of those things is the low self-esteem.
After you accept, fight. But let's go to another point. This is like a flip side of this divorce, because before you agree with me, like you even mentioned during your introduction, before you talk of divorce, that means the marriage must have gotten to a point where it cannot be salvaged. Okay. But before it gets there, I'm sure most women, because women are very sensitive, you may have been experiencing some cracks here and there, red flags here and there. So a woman watching us right now, not Omotè watching us right now, maybe in a relationship or in marriage, and the relationship is looking shaky and it's looking like it's tilting towards divorce. What is your advice?
Okay, so what I would advise is, you see, before it becomes physical, it starts with emotional. So that means you guys are already emotionally apart, separated. Yes. Then you now see it in the physical, Okay. So when you start noticing it, go see someone to talk. Yes. Talk to your partner. Try and see if he's going to come on the same, bring it to his notice or her notice, and try and see if he can come on board with you. If not, try and see a professional counselor. It's in our climb here that it's like I don't want anybody. You are not the only one that is going through what they're going through in marriages, because every marriage has their problems. It's how we deal with it, So, of course, the professional counselor or coach will speak to you if your husband is willing to come on board. And a lot of men on this climb don't. Well, I don't blame them because of their background and upbringing. Yes, the African thing that they hold on to. But I thank God that these days men are beginning to talk. Men are willing to go for counseling, see therapists, see coaches, and they've been able to resolve it. So before it gets to the physical, even if it's already in the physical right now, there's nothing, you can take the right step in the right direction, and that step is today. So if you take that step with prayers, I believe that, God will steer your ship in the right direction, and you will not divorce is not palatable. If you can, stay, stay together. If you can, and work it out. Work it out.
The starting point is actually accepting that, okay, we have an issue in this relationship. And acceptance must come from both sides. Because if a man thinks his marriage is having issues, and the woman is flippant about it, she can't even see what the man is talking about. Then the Bible says, can two work together except they agree?
Exactly.
You can't deal with what you have not accepted. See, we are emotionally apart in this, in this home, and something has to be done. But there are instances which I think is what is responsible for the larger percentage of, divorce cases that we have. In most cases, it is one person
willing to,
who is the two people have issues, but it's usually one person who is willing to do anything. Who is willing to work, who is willing to do the work. And once that is the case, that is always, the problem. And I think that takes me to the part of you both knowing yourself and having a vision for the, for the kind of relationship you want to have.
But do people really talk about that these days before you get into marriage?
People don't talk about those things. They just want the glam for the guy to kneel down and get a shopping mall, put a ring on a finger, then put it on Instagram. But watch movies. People do everything now except talking, except communicating, because you should have. Because most of the issues that it's not like people marry and then they change.
No. The issues are already there.
People have always been who they are. if a man is snoring, if it is snoring that is caused, or the woman is snoring, or maybe the woman is not very hygienic, she had always been that
like that.
But we're too much in love, to pay attention.
Yes. It's true.
Love is realistic. Love is not flippant, because love is commitment. It is a commitment to stay with you. So I need to know who I am committing myself to. But how many couples actually know themselves? You know what Yorubas call Oja Okukun?
No.
Black markets. People they just get married. You know, they saw the face. People don't really take time to find out who they are. So by the time the person's real identity begins, because it's old. You can only hide for so long. When now so you be. I don't know. And then you discover that those are the things that brings up issues, and then at the end of the day, you now talk about irreconcilable. Self-discovery is critical to having a good marriage. To the point that you know that, okay, I know this person to the point that when I am upset, he doesn't like us discussing the issue there immediately. So as a woman, you are not insisting on discussing the matter with him.
Today.
You know her to the point that when she's upset, this is how she is. So even maybe she raises her voice when she's upset. So the raising of voice will not produce a slap.
Exactly.
Because you already know her. You saw her as hot-headed and you married her. But how many people know themselves?
Before they start
getting
into
two strangers getting intimate. Marriage is an unveiling. In marriage, pretense does not work.
The real you.
Yes, it is the real 2 weeks. So it smells. So she doesn't even know how to cook. Do you understand? That is when it's a reality show. That's when the reality begins to start. You can't leave. It's not like Bibi Naija that after 90 days you carry your head and you go. This one is forever. So when we begin to see that, wow, I'm not sure I can cope with this, I'm not sure I can, this is getting too much, blah, blah, blah. So she doesn't even have respect for elders. All those things were there. Marriage doesn't change people, it unveils people.
I like that. Please, can I re-emphasize that?
Marriage doesn't change, it unveils.
It just shows you what you've always been. Marriage magnifies
your person.
That's it.
Weaknesses or strength.
Yes.
It magnifies it.
I have one joke that I say when I'm counseling people. I say, listen, about to get married. I say, one thing I'll let you know is marriage, it has the tendency of bringing out the witchcraft in you. The witch in you that you don't know exists. Yes. You feel you're patient, they tell you marry. Or if you're patient as a man, teach your wife how to drive. Marriage just magnifies who you are. So that's it. And and then I also tell people that some things are negligible, you can overlook them. What you cannot ignore is character. Character is key.
So don't overlook it in courtship or dating.
Exactly.
Don't.
You are dating somebody or somebody is trying to get, close as a man or as a woman, and you're seeing some things. It's a pointer to who they will be. Yes, it's the truth. So you ask yourself, can I live with this?
Yeah.
Can I live with this? If you can't, of course, we're not now saying that your list is very long. No, perfect. Even you're not perfect. So, but the fundamentals that cannot be taken away, the character development of that person. You see somebody who he tells you, he's coming, he doesn't come, or he's lying on the phone. You said you were in Ikeja, now you're in VI, and all of that.
All the time.
And what you expect when you get married? No, of course, marriage is a Y vision.
Okay, please.
The letter Y. Okay. It has 2 branches and then a stem, if you want to put it that way.
Like that.
So the man could be on the right or the left, and then you coming together, that's the marriage. You produce something else. That's what the Bible says. A man shall leave his family and cleave to his wife. So you're leaving your own, she's leaving her own, and then you're coming to form a different tree entirely with different fruits. The mixture of these days they mix things. They even breed dogs. So you can imagine. So bringing the 2 different breeds, that's what makes us unique. That's what makes your marriage unique. That's why you cannot compare yours with your parents or compare yours with a friend. Your children cannot compare. You can't even compare your marriage with your children. So as a person, as an individual, you must know yourself. Your spouse, the man, you know, must know himself. What are you created to do? Listen, there's no marriage in heaven.
Yes.
And some people, if you're not careful, because of marriage, you won't enter heaven.
Are you serious?
Yes,
how?
Because of your behavior, your treatment. How did you treat that person? Or you don't know that that person too is a child of God. He or she was made in the image of God. So you see, when we begin to pull people's attention to this, they won't get into marriage flippantly. Anyhow, you won't get into marriage because of the gram, Instagram,
beautiful.
And then the photo shoot. Because that is somebody, a treasure of God. Now forget about where the person came from, the parents or whatever, whether rich, poor background, whatever. The person is from God. The person has a purpose. You are meant to come and help that person's purpose, not destroy it. You get into it, you get into divorce, you can wreck that person. That person might never be able to come out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
You have a record, you have an answer to answer with God. You have something because you played a part of it. So if you know you cannot, don't enter. Now, I'm not scaring you. Marriage is beautiful, marriage is nice.
But it's work.
It's work, and you must know yourself. What are you called to do? What's your purpose? What's his purpose? And then when you come together, it joins. Today, I'm remarried, you know.
Don't talk about it. We're coming back to that.
Okay.
Please stay with us. We'll be right back after this time out. Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. We've been talking about divorce and moving on, talking about the heels, the effects on you as a person and how to move on. Speaking of moving on, before we went on the break, you're talking about now you're remarried. I want us to talk about that part. What led you to making that decision? Say, oh, you know what? I can still go into this again. I know the first one didn't work, but I can go into this again. Please.
Okay, well, it took courage and it took God.
Yes.
Because honestly, I had made up my mind. I didn't want. It was something I didn't want to get into again because of the pain and the trauma. Because you're traumatized when you go through it. Especially if you're not the one who initiated the divorce. Yeah. It's very traumatizing. Yeah. So you can imagine a child who was falling down, the child is afraid again, you know, or had an accident.
So true.
Or a plane crash.
So true.
And then you tell the person to get into a plane again, you know, that trauma. But you have to, there's nothing, you must be able to overcome whatever fear you have in life. So, of course, it took God, you know, for me to accept, because when he proposed, I was literally crying. Crying because I'm like, not again. We're all different. Some people will be like, yay, yes. It's not like I didn't do the yay, but I was still petrified.
In this one, no.
Of course, I went in as myself. In fact, it was my very self that he saw.
That he liked for who
that
you
he
are.
liked. Exactly. And he was like, who is this person? I like the way she talks, you know. She has good command of English. She knows what she wants, you know, and all of that. And so that's it. And we've taken it one day at a time. Is it perfect? No. But is it good? Yes. Okay. You know, we're comfortable in our skin when we're counseling. You know, like I was talking about the Y vision. I see that the two of us, we do counseling for intending couples. And I have my own ministry. Of course, he has his own ministry, you know. But we have a joint ministry together. You know. That's good. When we counsel couples, we talk about stuff like this. I bring from my own experience. And today, it's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful scar. Of course, when I was going through all the stuff, it wasn't beautiful. No pain. It's like a pregnant woman. You tell the person the labor pangs is beautiful.
No.
You know, and all of that. But when the baby comes out, it's beautiful.
You forget about the pain.
You forget about the pain.
Yeah,
so that's
good.
it.
Thank you so much. So beautiful to hear your story.
Thank
for
you.
taking the step again. So please, Ms. Shil, tell us, for those who are still have not taken the step to go into it again, what's your advice? First, before you go ahead, let me ask you, are you willing to go in again?
Oh, of course.
Are you serious?
Of course.
You're willing to give it another try?
Of course. Marriage is beautiful. I was telling someone yesterday, marriage is beautiful, but like everything else that God made, the enemy will always look for ways, you know, to bastardize it. And it's just very unfortunate that we, the people that God created it for, people cooperate with the enemy to destroy what is meant to be a blessing, which is what is responsible for. But marriage on its own, this dress is beautiful. You know, I mean, it looks good on you. But if you decide to, if somebody who doesn't have your shape, or somebody who is probably bigger than you wears it, then it's going to be an issue. If a guy wears this dress, then people will be attacking and abusing that guy because of the dress. But the dress on its own does not have an issue. So marriage is exactly that way. It is beautiful. Anything God makes, you know, is beautiful. So it's not something that people should be scared of.
So if it comes again, you are willing to give it a try.
Of course.
Okay, so for a young woman that's there now and she's not gone a second time, or some of them are even thinking, should I go again, like Auntie Joan said? I'm not sure I want to do it again. What's your advice?
Now, the decision to remarry or not to remarry is actually a personal thing.
Exactly.
It's not something that anybody can make for you, because even in the case of Joan, yes, God brought a man who loved her away. But God forbid, if she had insisted,
I'm not doing it.
The man will not wait for her for the rest of his life.
So true.
He would have moved on.
So true.
So yes, so it's a decision that you have to make on your own. And I think one of the things that would actually help you to decide whether you want to remarry or not is to know what is your life mission. What are you here on earth to do? You know, discover yourself. But beyond discovering yourself, also discovering what you are. Because at the end of the day, your purpose is the marking script that God is going to use, you know, to when we stand before Him. Okay, so I said you should do this, do this. If you think that, you know, getting married is going to hamper the ability to fulfill that purpose, then you can decide to just stay on your own. And if you look at yourself and you think that you know, remarrying is actually going to enhance your purpose, is actually going to help you. I jokingly tell God that, okay, I want a talent manager, because God, everything you gave to me, I want to die empty. So I want someone that, okay, when the person comes into my life, I mean, we harness our talents and our resources together, and we advance the kingdom of God. We do whatever it is God has called us to do, and we make God happy. So that when we stand before Him with His teeth open and everything, you know, He will smile at us. And then even long after we are gone, people are remembering us.
Yes.
Because see,
the impact you make.
like John said, marriage can make people abandon their purpose. Is it somebody that is even already in the psychiatric hospital on account of, you know, being divorced? Even if you were the person, even if God said you are the person that will discover the cure for AIDS, you can't discover anything
again.
You are, I mean, the person has become, you know, useless. So it's a function of your purpose. If you think, okay, doing this, getting married will help me achieve my purpose in life, then go ahead and get married. If you think staying single and not remarrying will help you, but whatever your decision is, make sure your motives are pure. Don't remarry with the purpose of wanting to take that the next man that comes, I will show you Pepe. Your brother don't buy market from me, now you go pay the money. No, or your sister has done this to me, so I'm going to take my pound of flesh from you. That should not. And then even for those who choose not to remarry, I beg go, men are bad though. No, your motives must be pure, which is where healing comes in, and which is probably, you know, one of the reasons why for me it took a while. And right now when I look at myself, I was, you know, the person I was discussing with yesterday, I said, now when I look at my life, I have a better understanding of why God, because I'm like, hey, look at Joan now, she didn't have to stay this long. I know people that, you know, 1 or 2 years after, they've gone back into, I mean, they're married and they're happy. But our path in life, you know, we have different paths, you know, to toe in life.
Totally different.
And I'm just happy because I'm a better person.
Yes.
I'm making more impact today than I was. Divorce is actually like God giving you, you know, giving you break. Like when you go on recess, do you understand? It's an opportunity for you to become a better person. Because one of the things I kept on telling myself is, okay, so even if my ex comes back now, do I want him to meet the woman he left? No. When he meets, if a man leaves you and he comes back and he meets who he left, you are entering into it on his terms.
Yes.
But when you take that period as, okay, we are going on you know, recess, like, you know, that break period, you polish yourself better. You come out better. If you want to go back to school, you go back to school. If you want to go for your masters, and you are doing all of these things not because you want to get back, not because you want to get back, but because you just want to become a better version of who you are as a person. Okay, you work on yourself, whatever it is that God is pointing your attention to. Maybe you have anger issues, you allow God to help. Of course, we won't become perfect overnight. All right, but you know, you allow God to help you become a better person. You make new friends. You get into, like, there's an association that I want to join now. Okay, and one of the reasons why I want to be on their platform is because I want a new network. I want to meet new people, not necessarily men, but I just want to meet new people, you know, do things, you know, meet other coaches and all of that, you know, rub minds together. So it's an opportunity for you to quickly make amends. It's an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself. If you want to go back to school, you want to get a certification, you want to start a business, you want to start anything you want to do, you become so polished that when it comes, he can't recognize you because you are not where he left you. And even if that person does not come back, whoever comes into your life, the person knows he's not coming into your life. He's not the Moses of your life, because you know Moses was the one that went to deliver the children of Israel from Egypt. He's not coming into your life as a Messiah or as a savior. You have something to bring to the table, and he feels privileged, you know, marrying you, because he knows that you are God-made. I don't want to say you are self-accomplished, no, but you are God-accomplished. You are God-made. You've achieved so much. And he's like, wow, you are so good, I can't but have you. So even when you are saying no, he's saying, don't worry, I'll wait for you. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. You understand? But when he knows that he's the one giving you money for parties, he's the one giving you this, he's the one that paid your, you know, your last rent. You know, even if you marry her, you understand? But when he knows anything he does for you, he's privileged to do it. There's no man that doesn't want such a woman in his life, whether married or not, 3 children or not, 5 children or not.
Amazing.
He knows you are a gem, and he wants you at all costs.
So true. Thank you. You're actually just giving us your last words, because I was going to say, give us your last words and not watching us. That was amazing. Auntie Joan, please, your own last words.
Okay, so what I would say is be hopeful. And what does hope stands for? Hold on, pain ends.
I like that. Hold on, pain ends.
So whatever the pain is, it's
going to end. Wow. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I mean, sincerely, I've learned a whole lot, and I can imagine what Omotè is saying over there. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming once again.